Star Trek Section 31 Cast and Character Guide. For decades, Star Trek has thrived on hope, diplomacy, and the dream of a utopian future where humanity transcends its worst impulses. Yet hidden in the shadows of the Federation's shining ideals lies Section 31, Starfleet's clandestine, morally ambiguous Black Ops division. First introduced in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Section 31 operates without oversight, manipulating galactic events with covert operations, espionage, and occasionally outright assassination, all in the name of protecting the Federation. Now, after years of rumors and development shifts, the long-awaited Star Trek Section 31 movie finally promises to pull back the curtain on this mysterious organization. With Michelle Yeoh returning as Philippa Georgiou, fans are eager to see which familiar faces and new characters will join her in a story that blurs the line between heroism and villainy. This guide explores the confirmed and likely cast of Section 31, the characters they'll embody, and what roles they might play in Star Trek's most secretive corner of the galaxy. Michelle Yeoh as Emperor Philippa Georgiou. At the heart of Section 31 is Michelle Yeoh's Philippa Georgiou, one of the franchise's most complex and beloved modern characters. Originally the ruthless emperor of the Terran Empire in the Mirror Universe, Georgiou was pulled into the Prime Timeline during the events of Star Trek Discovery. Stripped of her throne and thrown into a universe that rejected her brutality, she became both an uneasy ally and a wild card for the crew of the USS Discovery. By Season 2 of Discovery, Georgiou found a natural home in Section 31. Her cunning, pragmatism, and moral flexibility made her the perfect operative for Starfleet's secret organization. Yet over time, audiences also saw her soften, developing reluctant attachments to Michael Burnham and her crewmates. In Section 31, Yeoh's Georgiou is likely to walk a tightrope between her old Terran instincts and her newfound, if still imperfect, loyalty to Starfleet. As the face of the film, Georgiou will likely confront what it truly means to wield power in the shadows. Will she shape Section 31 into something more responsible, or fully embrace the ruthlessness that made her a feared ruler? Shazad Latif as Ash Tyler rumored. While not officially confirmed, many fans hope to see the return of Shazad Latif's Ash Tyler, who last appeared in Discovery. Tyler's story left him in a unique position, a Klingon-human hybrid with a fractured identity, a past as a Klingon sleeper agent named Vok, and a new mission as Section 31's liaison between Starfleet and the Klingon Empire. Bringing Tyler back for Section 31 would provide an organic continuation of his journey. He remains one of the few characters with first-hand experience of how Section 31 operates, and his complicated loyalties could be tested once more if Georgiou takes the reins of the organization. His presence would also allow Section 31 to dive into the strained Federation-Klingon relationship, and perhaps explore whether Tyler truly found peace with his dual heritage. Alex Kurtzman's Secret Recruits, New Characters. According to reports, Section 31 won't just rely on familiar faces. The film is expected to introduce a fresh ensemble of operatives working under Georgiou's command. Unlike Starfleet officers bound by protocol and ethics, these agents are likely chosen for their willingness to get their hands dirty. Possible archetypes include the Tech Savant, a cyber specialist who can hack into enemy databases, control drone fleets, and exploit weaknesses in alien technology. The Assassin-turned-Loyalist, a deadly field agent with a past steeped in violence, now bound by duty to Georgiou rather than morality. The Disillusioned Starfleet Officer, a character who once believed in the Federation's ideals but turned to Section 31 after witnessing its failures. The Alien Operative, a non-human recruit whose unique physiology or culture gives them skills others can't match, continuing Star Trek's tradition of showcasing diverse perspectives. The creative team has teased that Section 31 will explore the humanity behind the shadows. This suggests these new recruits won't just be faceless agents but fully developed characters with conflicts, loyalties, and moral compromises of their own. Potential legacy cameos. Given the franchise's history, it's almost certain Section 31 will feature cameos or nods to past Trek figures tied to the organization. Among the possibilities, Dr. Julian Bashir Alexander Siddig, in Deep Space Nine, Bashir became a key opponent of Section 31, resisting their attempts to manipulate him. A surprise cameo could show his lingering mistrust of the organization. Luther Sloan Archival. As Section 31's original on-screen face in DS9, Sloan's influence looms large. While actor William Sadler may not return, archival material or references could cement his legacy. Michael Burnham, Sonequa Martin Green. Given Georgiou's bond with Burnham, it's possible Discovery's captain could make a brief appearance to tie the film more directly into its parent series. Worf Michael Dorn. With Worf's renewed presence in Picard, he could easily appear as a foil to Section 31's tactics, embodying Starfleet's moral conscience in contrast to Georgiou's pragmatism. The role of Section 31 in the galaxy. Beyond the characters themselves, Section 31 must answer bigger questions about the organization's role in the Federation. Is it truly a necessary evil, a safeguard against threats too dangerous for diplomacy? Or is it a corruption at the heart of Starfleet, one that undermines the very ideals the Federation claims to uphold? Georgiou, as a former dictator, is the perfect lens for this exploration. She understands power, fear, and control better than most, yet her time in the Prime Universe has shown her glimpses of cooperation and compassion. The cast surrounding her will help define whether Section 31 is painted as the villain of the story, the anti-hero, or something more complex. Why this cast matters? The cast of Section 31 is more than just a lineup of actors. It's a statement about what kind of story the film wants to tell. Michelle Yeoh's return ensures the project has both gravitas and global appeal, particularly following her Academy Award win for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Her charisma alone can carry the story, but the supporting cast, both familiar and new, will determine how deeply audiences buy into Section 31 as more than a shadowy plot device. If Shazad Latif returns, his arc provides continuity for longtime Discovery fans. New operatives will flesh out the moral ambiguity of working in the shadows. And any legacy cameos will cement the film's place in Star Trek canon. Together, they create the potential for a film that honors the past while carving out something daringly different. Final thoughts. The Star Trek Section 31 cast represents one of the boldest experiments in the franchise's history. Unlike most Trek stories, which focus on starship crews exploring the galaxy, this film dives into espionage, moral gray zones, and the cost of survival in an often hostile universe. Anchored by Michelle Yeoh's Philippa Georgiou, the movie's characters will challenge what it means to be part of the Federation. Are they guardians of peace willing to sacrifice their souls for the greater good, or dangerous renegades threatening the ideals of Gene Roddenberry's vision? No matter how the final cast shakes out, one thing is certain: Section 31 will force Star Trek fans to reconsider everything they thought they knew about the Federation's darkest secrets. And with Yeoh at the helm, it's hard not to be excited for where those secrets lead. A character-by-character quick reference chart: actor plus role plus function in Section 31 for easy readability at the top or bottom of the article.